Hi guys, I'm here to talk to you about the crossbreeding of dogs. My four sources I have for you is one is Vienna. It's an article over crossbreeding of dogs, the definition, benefits, disadvantages, and tips. Second article, it was by Marr, crossbreeding dogs, and it was learning about the advantages and disadvantages. And then third article was from Roper. It was the advantages and disadvantages again of crossbreeding dogs. But for my fourth one, switched it up a bit, got some pictures in there, and his article was here are 22 adorable dog crossbreeds that you have never heard of. The last one will melt your heart, which I will end up showing you later on. So crossbreeding of dogs can be very beneficial to the overall population of dogs. To an extent, it can be abused at times, and that's where it starts to not be so great. So basically what I'm going to be talking to you guys about is crossbreeding, its ups and its downs, with pure breeding as well. Pure breeding is when two dogs of the same breed come together and have an offspring of the same breed. Crossbreeding, you have two different breeds of dogs that you mix together and you have an offspring that is a mix of those two breeds. And depending on what the alleles are for the two dogs, if they're heterozygous, homozygous, for both parents, or if both parents are homozygous or both parents are heterozygous, will depend on what alleles they have and what traits they have. So long tail, short tail, small dog, little dog, big dog, whether or not it has a long or short snout, and just all that jazz. And some dogs have enough biological material in their DNA to be called dogs, but they're actually in a completely different genus, and this means that they cannot be bred together. Some of those examples would be coyotes, wolves, foxes, and I believe the yellow jackal. So when pure breeding is done, it leaves a lot of health issues to happen later on in the dog's lives. This is because there is such a small gene pool nowadays because of how much we've been, as a human race, we've been trying to get those pure breeds, and we've just been using the same gene pool. We've been basically using the same families of dog breeds, and just we wanted to keep that purity, so we've been breeding families together, and that creates a whole bunch of genetic mutations that can occur, which later in their lives can cause a lot of pain and suffering for them. It's not just internally, it can be physically, it can change their mentality too. They can be more aggressive, more tempered. It can end up giving them cancer. It can give them cataracts, other eye issues, hip dysplasia, liver problems. It just gets really ugly, especially when it gets to cancer. But genetic mutations, they lead to an anomaly of chance, which will lead to a life of suffering for the dogs later on. But when you do crossbreeding, it can lead to a lot happier and healthier of a lifestyle for the dogs. There is a lot bigger of a gene pool, so there is a lot lower of a risk for having these genetic mutations to occur later when they are in the womb and being born. So that leads to a longer and healthier life for the dog. And if you do happen to breed the right dogs together, you can end up making a new hybrid, or a new purebred, in fact, or you could just make a mutt. And a mutt is just really a dog that has a whole bunch of different dog breeds just in one. So just straight up with you guys, breeds can be mixed together and they can lead to undesirable features to occur. The main goal for breeders is to make a profit, and they want to find a nice loving home for the puppies. because, they're cute. But complications can occur when not looked at properly, and or if it's done in a purposely manner, and that's when you can get breeds that are like chugs, shepugs, and pitskis. Chugs are pugs mixed with what was it? It's a pug and a chihuahua, I think. And then you got pitskis, which is husky and pit bull. You got the cocker pie, which is a cocker spaniel mixed with a Chinese Shar-Pei, and then you got the shepug, which is a pug and a German shepherd. Now, let's pull up these photos for you. This is going to be the German mixed with a cocker spaniel. And then we have this cutie. I don't remember what that breed was, but that is a very short thing of cuteness. And then we got I think this is the cocker pie, the cocker spaniel mixed with the Chinese Shar-Pei. And then you have this